A longtime manager, Randy Shadley, made a career move to work with corporate claims management and has a lot to say about fleet safety.
When I was managing the Nextel fleet about 10 years ago, I bundled all of my services with my leasing company. I wasn't convinced that they were doing the best that they could in all the areas, specifically accident management, so I looked at alternatives. I evaluated many. I selected corporate claims management, and they made a great impact for us. They lowered my average repair cost by 25%. My downtime was cut in half. My subrogation returns doubled. They did a fantastic job. I've been with them ever since. Now, through my association of using corporate claims management, I served on their client advisory board. And as part of that, when CCM was developing a fleet safety program, they allowed me to provide some input from a client's perspective on how to make the system better. It's a really good program. I was happy to be a part of that. Well, when my assignment at Sprint Nextel was approaching its end, Bob Martinez, the founder and CEO of CCM, approached me and asked if I would consider joining his team to sell the fleet safety program. So it was a great opportunity with a good company at the right time, and I'm glad to be part of the team. FleetGuard is really a driver risk assessment tool. And what it does is takes drivers' motor vehicle records, combines their accident histories so that you get a real complete picture, much more complete than, say, MVRs alone. It combines those and helps a client identify who their trouble drivers are. It assigns risk profiles. At a glance, you can look and see how many high risk, medium, low risk, or people that don't even meet your company standards. It's a very flexible tool. It was set up so that it can be used for existing programs. Companies that already have a fleet safety program in place just need a better management tool to put all the different parts of it in one place. It can be used very well for companies that don't have any program in place to get them up to speed right away. It's a very good tool. It is designed to be very flexible. Anything in an Excel database can be easily imported, which from my experience as a fleet manager is a big thing. The last thing you want is another database to manage. FleetGuard was set up to be flexible so that you can integrate it with all of your existing programs. One of the nice things about FleetGuard is that it proactively lets the client know, the fleet manager, the risk manager, who their problem drivers are. Anytime somebody's risk level changes, they get an email. It's like you don't have to go fishing for your bad drivers. The fish jump in your boat. Once you've identified who your drivers are, you need to do something. Some companies will put them through additional driver training so they can proactively show that they've identified a risk, addressed the risk. That can work in their favor when they go to court if they have to defend against negligence. Some companies, if people don't meet their driving standard, can't drive anymore. You know, the company vehicle is a very important tool for the companies, for drivers representing the companies, and in doing the business of those companies. If they if they're endangering the public, they're holding the companies to a higher standard. The courts are holding the companies to a higher standard than they are for just a normal driver. It's not enough just to rely on whether the state deems that you are okay to drive. Companies, because they are conducting their business, the drivers are held to a much higher standard than the general public.